Hello fellow connoisseurs of the finer things in life, I'm a man of culture, and today we'll be taking a look at the cornerstone of modern animation, that is, Swing Out Sisters. It's based on an erotic manga under the same name, created by Shinono Metaro in 2005 and published by Akane Shinsha. It was later brought overseas and got an English release courtesy of Icarus Publishing. The first animated version was produced by Breakbottle in 2011 and took the form of a planned 3-part OVA where only one episode was ever created. But 2 years later, the gods of fine taste and thick thighs made sure that this full-length 1 hour and 20-minute masterpiece got a release. The story follows our main character Yuta, who lives with his 2 sisters, the cosplay-loving Chiyu, whose chest size is only dwarfed by her heart of gold, and our obligatory tsundere Chinatsu, a strong-willed tomboy who prefers a more, let's say, direct approach when it comes to intimacy. They all go to the same school, and as luck would have it, it's time for finals, but studying isn't as easy as Yuta would have liked, since both his sisters are constantly competing for his affection. With the self-control of your typical teenager, he soon finds himself faced with the all-too-common decision of which sister to sleep with. Instead of having a larger storyline, the show uses its few non-physical scenes on fleshing out the character's personality and manages to make them distinct enough for the viewer to care about who is doing who and why. The art style and character design goes for a more minimalistic and traditional direction instead of the more stylized, high contrast and cutesy design of the source material, while the animation feels smooth and natural with rare instances of recycled animation, which is quite impressive considering its length. The voice acting matches the high standard of the animation. Ishimura Oma voices the soft-spoken Chiyu, while Rikamaru Noriko gives an energetic performance as Chinatsu. Yuji Guchi, who played Yuta, also nailed his role as the overburdened brother. The script itself is solid, and it even manages to be successfully funny at times. In total, the show includes 13 separate lewd scenes with some extensions. Most scenes takes place either in your typical school environment or at their home, with some small variations. And thanks to an obligatory school festival, we get a maid scene complete with some backdoor fun. They even manages to fit in 2 scenes with either sister in wedding dresses, with a creative way of fitting it into the context of the story. The scenes are evenly spread between the pairings, with some rare interactions between the sisters. If you have a taste for vanilla, this will most likely satisfy, since all scenes are consensual and contain more emotions than just thirst and lust, with a heavy focus on intimacy. But if you're looking for more exotic flavors, this might be a pass, since it never goes heavier than slight domplay from both sides, some assisted lip service, and the aforementioned maid scene. To summarize, it's one of the better shows out there, with its great animation and voice acting. The only thing holding it back is a few repeating scenarios and the slightly generic art style. In the end, it's a solid 8 out of 10 and a must-see for anyone who enjoys some culture in their animation.